Welcome back. You're tuned in to #Africa. Now, every week we take you and your taste buds on a tour of the African continent. This is Dining In. Their cuisine is inspired by the Portuguese and it's packed with flavour. This week, we're dining in Mozambican-style. Justifiably famous for its cuisine, Mozambique has an extensive coastline and is especially known for its seafood. The staple dish is a thick maize porridge called ngema, similar to South African pap. And then, of course, there are those crowd favourites like those prawns, pregos and the fish. And to give us a little taste, we're joined by Mozambique restaurant CEO Manny Nikas. Thank you so much for your time. Let's perhaps start with a brief outline of the restaurant Mozambique and really the inspiration behind starting it.
Well, it was inspired by a Portuguese gentleman called Louis. He opened up a small little restaurant in Belito. And from a small dining restaurant that it was, we've now gone into, we have opened up our 14th store and about to open up our 15th in the Western Cape. It's been exciting, it's been a good journey. And what we are doing is we're making sure that we offer the whole of the South African market some truly inspired dishes that give a taste of the Mozambican flavours.
Yeah, and I wanted to get into that. I mean, that balancing the authenticity of those Mozambican flavours, but also appealing to a South African modern taste bud. How do you strike that balance?
Well, you know, funny enough, a lot of the flavours that have come through from the Portuguese filtered through from Maputo when they landed there originally, but they also filtered down to the Cape when they came into South Africa. So a lot of those flavours have come into the South African market from a very, very long time ago. But there's just been a lot more recognition in terms of the whole peri-peri flavour. And then, of course, it's just making big sense and enjoying the flavours of the seafood together with the authentic Portuguese Mozambican flavours that we're providing.
Yeah, you've mentioned peri-peri. I'm sure it's a huge favourite, but some of those other flavours that would define Mozambican-style food?
Apart from the peri-peri, there's coconut. We actually serve it in our rice, which is got coconut milk in it. We use a lot of cashews, which are very prominent in the Mozambican flavours, in some of our starter dishes. And apart from that, we've got some nice dry rubs, and we've got some nice spices that are used from the Mozambican styles, and we've pulled it through into all of our dishes.
So tell us exactly what we've got laid out today. I see some of my favourites, prawns and calamari. This is authentically Mozambican protein, I guess. Yeah,
it is. It definitely is, and inspired obviously from the coastline, as you mentioned earlier. The prawns that we've got here can be done in a number of styles. This one over here, obviously, we wanted to show you guys and bring you through the mild peri-peri, which we make. It's a special recipe that we have, and we've combined it with a lot of the spices, some good real butter and the peri-peri. Calamari is exactly the same. What we've done there with the calamari is we serve it separately so that you can really enjoy it together with the true flavours of the peri-peri sauce that we have inside it. We also brought through the chicken dishes that we've got, our most popular dishes. And chicken we do properly on a charcoal grill, and it's done with all those good burns that are coming through and the flavours that's pulled through together with it, together with the vegetables and the rice and with the coconut dressing.
You would usually serve it with the chips or the vegetables or the rice. Is that kind of a traditional way of kind of serving Mozambican food?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see red meat, and I'm very interested to know, is it a prominent feature of Mozambican cuisine?
It is. The Portuguese brought through quite a bit in terms of serving the espetada, which we do as well, and that comes through with the bay leaf, which is a prominent Portuguese spice and leaf that they use in terms of their cooking. We've got some sauces as well that bring in the port and the wine that is also traditionally from Portugal, that was filtered through. We just didn't bring any for you today, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. I'm going to taste some of this. What did you say was in the calamari? Really, really one of my favourite dishes. And you said there's peri-peri sauce, any garlic coming through perhaps?
There's a tinge of garlic in there together with the batter, which is authentic batter. We don't use margarines and things. And then, of course, your good chili little bite that comes through there on the mild side.
You can get that bite in the calamari. And you said how you prepare your prawn. You try to prepare it in a very different style from the usual. Just take us through that again.
In terms of the grilling process, we obviously use the open flame grill. We don't flat top it, which is what most of the guys are doing at the moment, which gives you that true fire flavour that comes through and pulls through in the prawn. Cooked nicely on the shell itself so that you've got the true flavours coming and staying inside the meat. And then afterwards we just dress it with the traditional sauces that we have.
Yeah, these are sizey prawns. You're going to have to teach me how to eat it Mozambican style, pulling off the shell and having a piece of the meat. Let's do this.
Okay, well, if you take the prawn, the best way to actually take it is you take it from the top and you just peel it from the outside so that you've got the thick pieces coming through.
Peel it from the outside.
There we go.
There we
and
go.
You can see how it pulls off.
Oh my, that looks really good. Very messy.
Yeah, that's supposed to be. It's finger licking.
You know, when you eat something really good and you just want to dance. I'm not going to do it on TV, but
good.
Very, very, very good. Very good food there.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
And just a final thought in terms of how these flavours have been received by South Africans. What would you say in terms of that reception?
Actually very well received, and our awards show how well received they are. We've got a number of awards throughout the country. In KZN, we've got the best prawn according to the appetite survey that was done. In Bloemfontein, best new restaurant. In Pretoria, best Portuguese restaurant. So they're really loving our flavours. The chicken as well. Just come through.
No, very good, very good. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I've been speaking there to the CEO of the restaurant Mozambique, and that's Manny Nikas. I'm going to go and clean up my hands, but next week we'll be looking at the distinctive cuisine of another African country in Dining In. Let's take a look now at what's been dominating social media across the continent. Two African superstars did the continent proud at the BET Awards that took place in Los Angeles this past weekend. South Africa's Shoma Jozi won the Best New International Act award, while Nigeria's Burna Boy walked away with the Best International Act statue. In Kenya, social media is abuzz over a high-end cosmetics store which is trading in fake products. Patrons of Medora have been suffering severe side effects from using the products. Kenyans are now fuming over alleged racial discrimination endured by customers following their multiple complaints. The discovery was actually made years ago, but the issue has yet to be addressed. And football fans united to watch the 2019 AFCON Games kick-off that took place in Egypt on Friday. The championship runs from the 21st of June until the 19th of July. Hosts Egypt won their opening match, while all-time football favourites Nigeria also came out tops in their first game. South Africa's Bafana Bafana lost their opener against Cote d'Ivoire, but it's still early stages. And on that note, that's where we leave it for this edition of #Africa. Remember, you can share your thoughts with us on Twitter. Our handle is @Africa_ENCA. From myself, Ropiwa Madzena, and the rest of the team, until next time, take care.